So first of all, make sure we're going to be doing some movement at the start, and then we're going to sit for 30 minutes doing Kirtan Kriya. And so I always like a second cushion for my knee because my hip gets sore when I'm sitting for a long time. So make sure you have, and for the Kirtan Kriya, you can sit in the chair either if you wish. But make sure you have whatever cushions and everything you need. It's really lovely to see you all. And so this morning we're going to do about 15 minutes of movement. And that's really just to remove any stiffness from the body and prepare us for sitting for 30 minutes. And Kirtan Kriya that we'll be doing, it's called Kirtan Kriya. And what it is we chant Sa Ta Na Ma. And as we do it, we move our fingers. So we start with the thumb and index finger for Sa, then the thumb and the middle finger for Ta, the thumb and the ring finger for Na, and the thumb and the baby finger for Ma. And we just keep going like that, Sa Ta Na Ma. And I'll have music going that we'll go to. So Kirtan Kriya is actually one of the most researched Kriyas in all of Kundalini Yoga. They research it in Stanford and UCLA and all these different universities because of the effect it has on the brain. And so it affects people who have depression and anxiety, and it really helps with that. But what they've especially found is when people do Kirtan Kriya for 11 minutes a day for 8 weeks, they actually have increased activity in different parts of their brain, and in particular, the parts of the brain related to memory. And so Kirtan Kriya has been researched for Alzheimer's prevention because it increases activity in the cingulate, what's it called? The posterior cingulate gyrus. So when they do MRIs, they can see that. In yoga, what they say about this Kriya is it affects the nucleus of your being. And in the scientific research, they're seeing that it affects your DNA and the caps at the top of your DNA strands. And so really beautiful, simple practice. Sat Ta Nam Ma are the seed sounds of Sat Nam. And Sat Nam is truth is my identity. And so our true identity is love. And when we get beneath all the surface stuff and access that deeper self, the you within you, and access that spaciousness, that sense of intuition, the inner wisdom, that's where we have that expanded feeling of love. And that's our true well-being, our true sense, our true self. And when we access that place every day, which we do with our daily practice, then we start in our lives coming from that place. So we start to live from the inside out. So instead of the outside world influencing how we are and affecting how we feel and how everything is in our lives, by activating our daily practice, our true identity, our loving capacity, our inner wisdom, our expanded state, our realization that we're connected to all things, that then in our lives, when we interact and experience the world, we're coming from that place. So really have that sense now. Let's close our eyes of dropping in. And so relax your shoulders and let's start deepening the breath. So deep inhale for a count of 4 or 5. And a long exhale again for a count of 4 or 5. And so here, just breathing and letting your awareness drop in. And it's to get that delicate balance, and only with practice with your own self and the riddle of you would you really start acquiring that skillfulness to find that balance between effort and effortlessness. And so your attention is very much on your breath, but there's this sense of this floating effortlessness as you drop in, so it's not intense. But it's also, there's nothing casual, right? There's definitely your attention, your intention is focused. Really nice. So we're going to do some spinal flexes and rotation. So coming off your seat, so sitting on the floor. Let's start with some Sufi grind. So inhale forward and exhale back. Eyes closed and breathing deeply. And feel the movement in your lower back, your hips. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And with all of these movements, right, we do them for about a minute and a half, each of them. So if at any stage it feels uncomfortable, if it's hurting an injury or area of sensitivity, just pull back. Listen to your body. You're welcome. And let's go the other direction. So aware of your breath, aware of your movement. And in yoga, we think of stillness in the activity. So as you're moving, there's this stillness. And as you know, when you're very still and doing your breathing, there's activity in the stillness. And so when you're sitting, someone may think you're like a stone or a rock, not moving. There's a world of activity going on inside as you focus your attention, as you direct your mind for activity in the stillness. And here as we move, stillness and the activity. Take a deep inhale here, it's the center. Pause and exhale. Let's put our hands on the shins and inhale forward, exhale back. And find the pace that suits you here. That's a valuable time to drop in, access that deeper sense of self. And so then as we go through our day, we're coming from the inside out. We're setting our vibration, our frequency. And that is the vibration, the frequency that we then transmit. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Hands on the knees now. Inhale forward, so more up into the upper spine, chest forward and back. Balance between effort and effortlessness. This is your time. Anytime your mind wanders, come back. This is your time to drop in. Deep inhale to the center. Pause, hold. Lift the pelvic floor, relax your shoulders. Exhale, release. Deep inhale. And exhale. Super, let's do spinal twists. So hands on your shoulders. Inhale left, exhale right. Deep inhale to the center. Pause, hold, lift pelvic floor. Exhale, release. Let's do a bear grip. So your fingers are gripped together. Your right hand is facing in, so the palm of your right hand faces in, and the left hand faces out. And ever so slightly pull with the fingers so you can feel it into your arms. So this stimulates the lymph, and you're familiar with this in the practices we've been doing with your hands underneath your armpits, or when we did this one either. So right hand facing in, left hand facing out, bear grip. Inhale, right elbow up, exhale, left elbow up. And pull with the fingers. So you're actively trying to pull the fingers apart. Inhale, pause the breath, and now try to pull the arms apart, gripping with the bear here at your heart center. Pull, pull, hold, squeeze. Now release. Take a deep breath. Last couple of shoulders up and shoulders down. Just really improve circulation around the neck, lower back, base of the spine, base of the skull rather. Inhale, shoulders up. Pause, hold, squeeze, lift pelvic floor. And so release down. Drop your chin to your chest. And very slow neck circles. If you have any tenderness in the neck, just turn side to side. And really drop in. And then switch direction. Now come to the center and just tune in. Really wonderful to move all the various parts of the spine like we have. Central nervous system encased in the spine. In yoga, we talk about the energy channels through the body and the Sushumna Nadi, the main energetic highway, superhighway going up along the spine. And so notice the quality on your mind, in your body, just from those movements. So we're going to start the Kirtan Kriya. I'll get the music going. So Sa, index and thumb, Sa, index and middle, Ha, Sa, Na, index and ring finger, and Ma. And I encourage you, so eyes at the center of the forehead, and direct yourself. So I'm not going to talk at all for these 30 minutes while the recording is on. And we have to talk to ourselves. We have to say, hey, come back here, focus. And so anytime your mind wanders, bring it back. So really powerful practice. And before we go into a long practice like this, sometimes we can feel a little bit, oh gosh, am I going to be able to stay the course? And so just have that sense of, yeah, I'm ready, I'm able, and enjoy. It's going to be really beautiful. So I'm going to share screen, and I chose a particular recording that I like. There's absolutely tons of recordings on YouTube of Kirtan Kriya. And each time that we change to, oh yeah, forgot the other part of it. Come back. So I meant to say, so Satanama, first 5 minutes, we're going to chant out loud. And then we have 5 minutes of whispering. And then we have 10 minutes. And for the 10 minutes, we're saying it silently in our heads, moving our fingers. And the music will guide us to keep the rhythm. And then we go back to whispering for 5 minutes. And then we go back to chanting for 5 minutes. So the music and the people chanting, they direct us the whole way. And so you won't be confused. And you hear it's like angels tingling, and that tells us to change to the either whispering or the silent. Okay, great. Okay. Inhale. Reach your arms up and shake. As you exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Deep inhale. And exhale. And just sit. Drop in. Really within the stillness. Stillness within the activity. And just sense into your deeper self, your intuitive wisdom. And as you sit here, sense that as you go through the remainder of your day, you're going to be broadcasting, projecting from this frequency that you've set this morning. Frequency of love, intuition, living from the inside, broadcasting out. I'll record an 11-minute version of that practice. And thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a really wonderful day ahead. Namaste. The light within me sees the light within you.